Listen, I've played a lot of video games in my lifetime. Some I drop off a cliff harder than Oprah gave me up for adoption, and others I've played for 10,000 hours. Okay, rest assured I will explain the thumbnail later, just give me a second. Now there's a website called Exophase, which you can connect to all of your gaming accounts and figure out your playtimes for every single platform, including the Nintendo Switch. That is badass, because usually you can't even see your playtimes on the system. So my 10th most played game of all time is Bug Fables. Hear me out, bro, I can explain. So I have the Platinum Trophy on the PlayStation 4 version of this game, and all I can say is, this is one of my favorite RPG games of the last decade. This game puts the best elements of Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door in a blender with a couple of bugs. And this milkshake, low-key, tastes delicious. Goddamn. The main reason I spent so much time playing this game is not only because it was a JRPG, but because they poured so much time into bonus content for completionists. The Platinum Trophy was incredibly hard to obtain for this one, but it's one I'm incredibly proud to have on my profile. So my next most played game on the modern systems is YouTube. On most systems, the YouTube app is almost completely useless. However, I feel like the Nintendo Switch version of the YouTube app comes in at a close third. Would I use it over the mobile app? No, of course not. Why would you think that? But I have used it in a pinch when I had nothing else to use YouTube on. And for that, it comes in pretty clutch. Also, look, Mom, I'm on my favorite system. Alright, the next game on the list is something that you probably already expected. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yep, he did it. He played Breath of the Wild. I mean, what else do you want me to say about Breath of the Wild that hasn't already been said? It's probably one of the best games of all time. Is there really anything else to discuss? Alright, the next game on the list is something that was very recent, actually, and I'm surprised it overtook my playtime for Breath of the Wild already, but, I've played Palworld for 195 hours and 48 minutes. I have a lot of issues with Palworld. Palworld is not a better game than Breath of the Wild. This is arguably, I have probably hundreds more hours on Breath of the Wild if you include other profiles. Palworld is a great game. I would say Palworld is not as similar to Pokemon as you might expect. Palworld is basically its own thing. You know, the tagline is Pokemon with guns, but it's really just a survival game at the end of the day when you think about it. You really don't get any guns until, like, the latter half of the game, and I think Palworld is gonna go on my favorite games of 2024 list. At least so far. Alright, next up, we have a very controversial game. I have spent 204 hours and 25 minutes on the PC version of this game. This game is Cyberpunk 2077. Now, hold your horses for a second, alright? Yes, the condition that the game launched in was a nightmare. It's been covered to death. However, I'm not one to let other people's opinions of a game dictate what I think about it. And to me, Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the best open world games on the market, but they've come around, they've fixed issues, and the game is more than playable at this point. And the fact that they ended up ditching the older systems is something that I feel like was very justified. This game was never meant for the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. This game was made for modern systems. And the fact that they made the game primarily for PC, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5 is something that was, you know, a hard decision, I'm sure, but it really makes this game a lot better, right? Because nobody's getting the short end of the stick when they play this game anymore. Wait a minute, you're not subbed? What the hell's wrong with you? Press the sub button, or else. And join that Discord too while you're at it. So my next most played game is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I played a lot of this game when the game first launched, and this is actually the discontinued version of Fall Guys, which they ended up discontinuing because Mediatonic and Epic Games merged together. Really, it's the same thing, except, you know, now you have Epic Games login. It's pretty cool that I got the Platinum Trophy. You know, it was among one of the hardest Platinum Trophies to get on the PlayStation, only because you had to get 7 wins in a row. In Fall Guys, getting a win is, like, basically up to RNG, and you could totally get fucked over within those 7 matches, like, probably one of the rarest Platinum Trophies of all time. But Fall Guys as a game is, it's actually still fun. It's very fun. But there are a lot of people that still play Fall Guys, and I think it is still an enjoyable time to go to from now and then. Alright, my next most played modern game is Persona 5 Royal. The reason I got into Persona 5 is because, one, I had played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I thought Joker was a very cool character. The second reason is because I had just gotten a PlayStation 4. Persona 5 Royal expands on the original Persona 5 in so many ways, it's like, it makes my head spin. Mementos is far, far, far more superior. It's actually a lot more interesting to dungeon crawl through, and I think Persona 5 Royal really excels at maintaining the social life aspect while maintaining the core of the game. It's one of my favorite JRPGs, probably of all time, and I think you should go give Persona 5 Royal a hot shot right now if you have never played it. Next up, we've got the original version of Persona 5. Fun fact, I actually have played this one for more hours, and I don't have the Platinum trophy on this version. It's about the same thing as Persona 5 Royal though, so I really don't have to go over it. Next up on the list, we have Elden Ring. So, fun fact, Elden Ring is actually my second most played modern game of all time, and, you know, I was actually surprised by that fact. Elden Ring is hard as a mother... Elden Ring is hard, and the people that say Elden Ring is not hard are completely bullshitting you. Now, I've never been a Dark Souls fan. I think the combat is extremely slow, clunky, it just feels like a mess. But Elden Ring is something else. There's a reason why Elden Ring doesn't carry the Dark Souls name, because Elden Ring has a completely new format. Elden Ring is open world. You can tackle challenges in whatever order that you want, except for the main quest, which, you know, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, gotta lock it some point, right? It's not as free as an open world as Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm really excited to get into that Elden Ring DLC because that shit does look phenomenal. And for the finale of this video, I completely tricked you. That's right. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, I've never played that game. However, I have played 10,388 hours of Fortnite. A lot of y'all are gonna hate me for this, but I didn't think I'd ever play Fortnite. In fact, I think it's very popular to hate on Fortnite, but I think the people that are hating on Fortnite haven't played Fortnite. Once you learn how to build and you understand the building mechanics, the gunplay, Fortnite is one of the best games you can play with your friends. And the fact that it's free to play just really exemplifies that fact. Don't overlook the fact that Fortnite has so many modes now. It's insane how many modes Fortnite has. Creative mode, Battle Royale, Lego, Save the World. Fortnite is not just a Battle Royale game. Fortnite is a multiverse. You can play as any pop culture character you could even think of in Fortnite. So let's put into perspective. How long is 10,388 hours? 10,388 hours is approximately a year and a half straight of me playing Fortnite. So what do I think about me playing a year and a half worth of Fortnite? Fortnite Battle Royale has been out for 7 years straight. And honestly, I don't live with regret. Fortnite is a good game, and I've had a lot of fun experiences playing Fortnite. Yes, this may seem ridiculous to a lot of you, but this one really isn't only about me. I want you to know that you're not wasting your time if you spend a lot of time playing, I don't know, Sonic Heroes on the GameCube. However you want to spend your free time is your business. Could I have done a lot with that 10,000 hours? Of course. But then what would I have to talk about in this video? You see, what you play on the internet is not indicative of your character and how you are as a person. And I don't regret playing Fortnite for 10,000 hours. Okay, maybe a little bit.